Understanding Pareto efficiency. Introduction. Pareto efficiency, also known as Pareto optimality, is a fundamental concept in economics that describes a state of resource allocation in which it is impossible to make one individual better off without making at least one other individual worse off. This principle is crucial for understanding how resources are allocated efficiently in economies and highlights the balance between economic efficiency and equity. First introduced by the Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto, 1848 to 1923, the concept serves as a critical benchmark in welfare economics and is often accompanied by discussions of market efficiency and competition. Key takeaways. Definition: Pareto efficiency occurs when resources are allocated in a way that no reallocation can benefit one party without harming another. Economic state: it implies that the economy has reached an optimal distribution of resources, but it does not guarantee equality or fairness. Theory versus practice: while Pareto efficiency can theoretically be achieved under certain conditions, real-world applications often face challenges due to market imperfections. The principles of Pareto efficiency. What is Pareto efficiency? When an economy reaches Pareto efficiency, it is at a point where any alteration in resource allocation would lead to a situation where someone becomes worse off. This creates an environment where all available resources are utilized to their fullest potential, leading to an optimal economic state. Pareto improvements. A move towards Pareto efficiency can be achieved through what is termed a Pareto improvement. This refers to a situation where a reallocation of resources can make at least one individual better off without making anyone else worse off. Through repeated Pareto improvements, an economy can ideally reach a state of Pareto equilibrium. Graphical representation: the production possibility frontier. Economists often visualize Pareto efficiency using the production possibility frontier, PPF, which illustrates the maximum feasible allocation of two goods in an economy. Points on the frontier represent efficient allocations, while points inside indicate inefficiencies. Market failure and Pareto efficiency. Market failure occurs when resources are not optimally allocated, leading to a loss in economic efficiency. Common examples include public goods, which suffer from free riding, and monopolies, where a single producer controls pricing and output, leading to inefficiencies in resource allocation. Applications and practices of Pareto efficiency. Alternative criteria for efficiency. Due to the challenges in achieving true Pareto efficiency, economists have developed alternative criteria for evaluating efficiency in practice, which include Buchanan unanimity criterion: changes are efficient if they receive unanimous consent from all members of society. Kaldor-Hicks efficiency: a change is considered efficient if the benefits to the winners outweigh the losses to the losers. Coase theorem: individuals can negotiate efficiently over gains and losses in the absence of transaction costs. Practical applications. In business, managers might conduct Pareto improvement trials to optimize labor resource allocations, an exercise of reallocating personnel to maximize productivity without impairing other departments. Significance in public policy. Policymakers often utilize Pareto efficiency as a framework to weigh the benefits and risks of various resource allocation strategies, ensuring that any proposed changes yield the most efficient outcomes for society at large. Limitations of Pareto efficiency. While Pareto efficiency is a powerful tool, it has its limitations. 1. Equity versus efficiency. Pareto efficiency does not account for fairness or equity in resource distribution, which can lead to socially undesirable outcomes. 2. Assumption of perfect competition. The model often assumes a perfectly competitive market, which rarely exists in reality. Market imperfections can skew efficiency. 3. Externalities ignorance. Negative externalities, e.g., pollution, are not factored into the Pareto efficiency model, resulting in possibly harmful social consequences. 4. Transaction costs. Real-world transactions often incur costs which can affect the overall efficiency of resource allocation. 5. Complexity in comparisons. Evaluating individuals based on utility can become complicated due to the subjective nature of human preferences and moral considerations. Variations of Pareto efficiency. 1. Strongly Pareto allocation. A situation is strongly Pareto efficient if no one can be made better off without someone else being made worse off, a stricter definition than standard Pareto efficiency. 2. Weakly Pareto allocation. This is a less strict interpretation where an allocation is considered efficient if no further improvements are possible, regardless of whether someone is better off. 3. Restricted Pareto efficiency. Considers unique social or environmental constraints that may dictate efficiency in particular contexts, acknowledging that efficient resource allocation can vary under different scenarios. Real-world example of Pareto efficiency. Imagine a government official has to allocate a $1 million budget between two competing programs, transportation and housing. The official can either fully fund one program or split the funds, and the allocation of these resources can be considered Pareto efficient as long as allocating all funds to transportation and nothing to housing cannot be altered without affecting the housing program negatively. Conversely, a split allocation can also be deemed efficient as it benefits both sectors without detriment. In cases where part of the budget remains unspent, though, this leads to an inefficient allocation as resources could have benefited one of the programs. Conclusion. Pareto efficiency is a crucial concept in economics that serves as a lens through which resource allocation can be analyzed. By understanding its conditions, applications, and limitations, policymakers and economists can better navigate the complexities of economic decision-making and work toward creating more efficient and balanced outcomes within societal constraints. Despite the challenges in practical application, it remains an essential principle that echoes throughout various fields, from economics to public policy and beyond.